Here's a super brief review of the DistroKid Label Plan. As DistroKid gets significantly more popular as honestly the best independent music distributor, it's not just about artists going to DistroKid to release their music, but a lot of labels now are saying, hey, you know what? Why not use DistroKid to release music through our label? Here's how much it costs. As you can see, it is $80 a year for 5 or more artists, and here are all the features you get with the label plan. In addition, in case you don't know, that is $80 a year for 5 or more artists. Keep in mind, if you have more artists, as you see from this picture, if you have, like, say, a bunch of artists, you're gonna have to spend more money a year, but overall, that's a one-time fee every year. You keep 100% of the profits, and that's unlimited uploads. That's pretty insane. Then, like, say if you have 5 artists on your label, you're just getting started, for $80 a year, unlimited uploads, you keep 100% of the profits. That's awesome. And in addition to, I've done a bunch of videos about DistroKid, but overall, it is super easy to make your own label, super easy to release music onto your own label. It's pretty great. Keep in mind though, like I said, if let's say you do have 100 artists, for example, it's gonna be $1,200 a year for DistroKid, or about $12 an artist, as opposed to, like, say if you only have 5, or something in between. It does depend on how many artists you have. The second thing I do want to stress about the DistroKid label plan that is not mentioned on kind of the initial portion of your site when you're looking to sign up is this, the extras. Now, under DistroKid, there's a bunch of different extras or add-ons you can do when it comes to a release. This is a whole other subject for a whole other video, but for the most part, almost, I think every extra, and sometimes it changes or fluctuates, costs money. There has been times where they've been free. It's kind of random depending on the extra, but they do cost money. For example, if let's say you want to have your music in Shazam, it's $1 per song per year. So let's say if you get the label plan, it's $80 a year for 5 artists. Let's say 5 of those artists, or each one, release a 10-track album, and you put Shazam for each one of those songs. What we think about, that's 50 songs, right? One album for each artist, 10 songs in each one, 50 songs. That's $50 extra a year. So your plan actually is now not $80 a year for unlimited uploads. It's now really $130 a year for everything considered. Now, if you happen to add more music and you want to put that on Shazam, that's going to cost you more and more money. There's a bunch of other extras as well. In my opinion, the only one that is really worth it is the Shazam and iPhone Siri, where, in case you didn't know, if let's say someone's out at a nightclub, at a bar, at an event, if they're, like, say, in a store that comes on the radio, they hit up Shazam, and Shazam will listen to the song and tell them what it is. Definitely worth the money. Some of the other extras could be worth it depending on your situation, but that is something to keep in mind, that although, yes, it is $80 a year, depending on the amount of artists you have, let's say it's 5 artists or more, it's $80 a year, there is an asterisk on that, where if you do want to use any extras or add-ons for your artists, it's going to cost you more money.